Hi guys, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel, and this is the weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday the 1st of April 2019, and it is the Knight of Swords. Absolutely beautiful in Rodig deck. You've got the helmet full of words in different languages. Very much in Rodig, a lot of the helmets in the swords court cards are filled with words and languages, obviously reflecting thought. And yeah, it's just a good card. Again, the lovely blues, yellows, gold and ambers that Rorig uses so well. So what does he mean? Well, he's a court card, so we've got two aspects to him. We've got the people that he represents, and we've also got the energy of the card. So he's an air or swords card, which means that he literally reflects the three air signs: Aquarius, Gemini and Libra. So if you have someone of those star signs round about you in the week ahead, your focus may well be on them. And if you find that you don't know what's going on, try and just ask them, but ask them in a way that will allow them to talk freely and vocalize, rather than having to keep their thoughts inside, because this is an important card, particularly for younger males, you know, in their 20s or so, where if they can't get the words out, they sometimes go into depression and worse. So it's a wee looky ahead, and a wee warning that, you know, this is a magnificent card, but if you are an air sign, particularly a male, it's important for you to take all those words that are juggling about in your head and all those thoughts and make them into words and talk and communicate, because that's the most important thing you can do in the week ahead. Excuse me. So watch out for males, not so much children, but maybe age 20 upwards, and see how they're doing, if they're brothers or sons or, you know, even work colleagues, because they may be struggling a bit in the week ahead. Now, as an energy, the Knight of Swords is one I particularly like, because he brings clear thought into situations. He brings what I like to call flexible thoughts. This card represents the kind of quickness of the brain, and how we can think quickly and put it into action in many situations. So the first thing that we'll feel generally is almost as maybe a kind of fog has lifted. Now, from a worldwide point of view, that can mean that, you know, there'll be more clarity with politics. There'll be the things that we see and can make decisions on and move forward. So because of that, it becomes a good card. And he's not it's not a card that really is about being stuck in the mud and not making decisions. It's about decision making, but with a flexible, quick mind. You know, it's like, we need people that have those quick minds that can, you know, think quickly enough to get us out of danger, or to make a decision that isn't going to be horrendous. The downside of that, anybody that's the opposite of that might find this card difficult for them, and then may in a way resort to worse behaviour. But generally it's a good card, and just try and avoid people that are the opposite of it. So if we look at career, it's a week where you make a very quick, flexible and well thought out decision about your work. That could be ongoing. It could be about projects in front of you. It could be, you know, that you're a medical professional and you're making a quick decision there and then, what to do for this patient, what not to do. You know, it's very much give you the confidence to make those decisions, or help you with your confidence to make those decisions. It's not a card of intuition in any way. It's thought. It's grounded in rational thought and the side of the brain that allows us to look at numbers and add them up and make progress through planned thoughts. So it's very, very beneficial in the workplace where you either have to, almost be mathematical or, follow things through like pharmacology or making quick, flexible decisions on people's lives. This card is very beneficial to people that work like that. So, it's a good one. But remember also that it can be flexible. It can bring a degree of flexibility to your thought to say, I don't want to be stuck here anymore. I'm going to move on. So, in career is a good card. If we look at health, sometimes I see more of the negative of this card health-wise than the positive. And it's just because we're all caught up in the natural world. Excuse me if I'm not finishing my words today. I've got a wee bit of a blocked ear, and as you know, I'm hearing impaired, so I don't hear myself that much anyway. So I kind of rely on, sensing I haven't finished that or whatever. But it is what it is. I'm not going to let it stop me do the video for the week. Anyway, as I said, in health, I see the sort of more negative side of this card, but it can be a warning as well. Have you ever reached the stage where you've got so many thoughts in your head that you can't make a decision, that you procrastinate, that you are just so overwhelmed with all the communications, all the emails, all the people wanting a bit of your time, all the decisions that need to be made, whether they're about, the sort of way forward with a big company, or whether they're how to handle your 4 kids and make the budget last so that they eat the week. That's this card. And because of that, in acknowledging that this can be a negative card for mental health, we also have to acknowledge it can be a very good one, because if you can actually think, I'm overwhelmed, I'm not coping, and then actively take the decision to ask for help, to vocalise, to communicate how you're feeling, then this card can be a lifesaver. It really can. And it's important because so much of the world is under stress just now. Sometimes it's world stress that there's not much we can do about, with governmental things happening. Other times it's stress we make ourselves. I know sometimes I like to read a lot. That's why I review books. But sometimes I'll get caught up on Twitter or Facebook, and after an hour and a half, I don't feel necessarily I don't feel calm. I probably feel more anxious than when I went on just to check what was going on in my account. So it's maybe a week where we should get off social media, not YouTube and not this. But also, to be honest, I just went through the people I subbed to last night, and have to, because I had people there that I've barely watched now, but the notifications are coming up time and time again. And if you're sort of half and half of this channel and you feel you're not wanting to be part of it, then unsubscribe and have that time to yourself, darling. It's more important that you have that space, but hopefully come back. But you see where I'm coming from. The health aspect of this card is purely mental health, and the positive side of it is being able to be quick-witted and make good decisions and feel confident in them. But the negative side, unfortunately, with this world can be if you've got a mental health stress, or you even have people round about you that you love and they have mental health issues, then this card can be a negative one. But worked with, it can be a very good one for identifying where the stressors are in our lives. If you're looking for a partner, look out for a male air sign, and enjoy what comes from them, because the air signs are normally funny. They've got good ways of communicating. They can lead us into deep thought of areas or discussions that we never knew anything about, and they can be very, very good conversationalists, and can actually be stars, although they can be a wee bit shy inside. So yeah, it's a good card if you're looking for a partner. If you're in a long-term relationship, again, it brings in the aspect of not letting the relationship be stressed out by too many things going on at the one time. You know, relationships, two people come together, think they can do double the work, and that's not necessarily the truth. So it's about making compromises, and it's about seeing who needs maybe more balanced help in the relationship in the week ahead. Remember that with long-term relationships, you do get a lot of baggage as such. You can have, you know, step families, you can have all sorts of things that you've accrued from life. This card allows us to just say, you know what, I'm not going to be inflexible in my thinking. I'm not going to assume that I have to carry this all with me. I'll make active decision as to what we allow into our partnership and what things are irrelevant. And because of that, this can really strengthen relationships. If we're looking at money, it's not really a money card, but it can give us a very unemotional way of looking at our finances. You know, money holds emotional control over many of us. You know, it's that sometimes you see someone that's very rich that's continually trying to accrue more, and it's because they're simply afraid of being poor or going back to where they came from and stuff like that. So money can have us, we can spend emotionally, we can spend money just on when we're feeling good, we can spend it when we're feeling bad, we can spend it when we're feeling anxious, or, you know, this card takes away that and quits the emotion a wee bit from spending. So because of that, it allows us to make very good financial decisions, well thought out, flexible. You know, this is a card to use if you think you can bargain a wee bit or get a wee bit of money off here, or go to one, say, electricity provider and say, well, you know what, they're giving me that, so can you do the same? Is that sort of card for I would say anything. I just looked and I seem to have done this okay sign. I know that has negative connotations in the States, so I'm going to say right away, rather than cut it out, I'm just going to say that in doing that, that's okay to me. That's an okay sign, and nothing to do with not nice views. So sorry about that. I have to put it in there because I can see myself on camera. It allows me at times to actually read my own lips, if you see what I mean, so that I know I'm getting the endings of words and stuff like that. And I've seen so much in the USA associated with that kind of what we would almost say okay symbol, but it's not. And I'm just letting you know that was a mistake, and I will try and not have that anywhere on the screen again because I detest what it means. Anyway, let's not get political, although it might be the influence of this sort of thinking card coming through. That's maybe where it could be good, isn't it? It could look at things that we do that maybe aren't appropriate and alert us to them, communicate to other people about them. It's just one of those cards that breaks through the emotions of a situation and lets us see clearly. So many blessings now. I hope you have a lovely week, and I hope to be back to you soon with some good news about the family, and hopefully you'll have had a good week too. Many blessings now. Bye. It's refusing to go.